I have some live music for you now, celebrating 60 years with their production of Pirates of the Penzance at Swan Theatre tomorrow until the 31st. It's the dress rehearsal tonight, so I guess you could call this a kind of warm-up for the dress rehearsal. We have Lindsay Squire here, who's a soloist with the Operatic Society, Mike Faulkner and Joy Reeves on keyboard. Take it away, team.
Stay, Frederick, stay. They have no legal claim. No shadow of a shame will fall upon thy name. Stay, Frederick, stay.
Nay, Mabel, nay. Tonight I quit these walls. The thought my soul appalls. But when stern duty calls, I must obey.
Stay, Frederick, stay.
Nay, Mabel, nay.
They have no claim.
But duty's name is what my soul appalls. But when stern duty calls,
Stay, Frederick, stay.
I must obey.
Oh, leave me not to pine alone and desolate. No fate seemed fair as mine, no happiness so great, and nature day by day was sung in accents clear. This joyous roundelay in love's is here. Fa-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la. Love's is here.
Must I leave thee here in endless night to dream, where joy is dark and drear, and sorrow all supreme, where nature day by day will sing in altered tone this weary roundelay. He loves thee, he is gone. Pa la la la, pa la la la. He loves thee, he is gone.
Wow, wow, excellent, bravo. Lindsay Squire, Mike Faulkner there and Joy Reeves on keyboard. I'm going to play a trail. We're going to come back and speak to a lady who knows everything there is to know about the Great Whitley Operatic Society. Just throwing down the gauntlet there, no pressure, hey Mary? Coming back to you in a moment.
Oi, brothers.
For a more celebratory theme, the Great Whitley Operatic Society celebrating its 60th birthday, so a diamond jubilee, just like the Queen. How long have you been part of it then, Mary?
Well, I used to be a member of the Great Whitley Operatic Society about 19 years ago. In fact, 19 years ago, I did the solo singing live with Joy. So, this is why I knew it would be very special to come back.
Yes.
And I had a few years off because I have a disabled child who also covered on Radio Hereford and Worcester and had to look after him. And then because of the flooding. And I started again last year, and it was the Gondoliers last year. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a wonderful society to be part of, and came back this year bringing my 17-year-old son with me.
I was going to say, it's astonishing the cross-section of ages, because you've got your 17-year-old son who's been helping. You've got a massive piano, electric piano, that's been brought in to the studio. It's all hands on deck for this interview. So thank you very much for that. But then, indeed, your soloist, such a big gap in ages between the two of them. Or am I getting this wrong? I could have just insulted someone in one foul swoop. But Lindsay only looks about 15.
12.
You're 27. Oh, I am so sorry. You look like a teenager. Take that as a compliment. But is that generally the case with your society? How many members do you have?
It's got about 50, would you say now? 50
wow.
in this production, and we've got a massive age range. We've got some 16-year-old girls, which is great for James, right up to sort of pensionable age. And the thing is, we all mix. We're having such a fantastic time in the dressing room.
It shows.
And in fact, the elderly gentleman on my right is my partner. So
I didn't mean that you were elderly. You're just considerably older than someone who I thought was 16. Okay, now, celebrating, 60 years, what's the secret of the Great Whitley Operatic Society's success?
Well, first of all, they set up obviously in Great Whitley. They had a load of sort of Gilbert and Sullivan enthusiasts, and Gilbert and Sullivan is infectious. We've got young kids that absolutely love Gilbert and Sullivan, and it's very relevant to today, especially shows like Iolanthe, which take a sort of a putt at sort of liberals and conservatives and things. And there's always something to bring it to the 21st century. It's very lively, and the productions we tend to use, we're not exclusively Gilbert and Sullivan, but we do sort of tend to major on that. But we do sort of musicals and light operetta, and it's just really, it's a diversion from daily life, isn't it? And we have a chance to be somebody else. We've got costumes and makeup and lighting, and we all love the theatre. And some people you'd never think that they would go onto the stage and come alive. But everybody is so totally committed to it, and I think the standard of performance this year is just amazing. You've just heard it. I was crying.
Well, I was just blown away because, I said, would you do a little bit for us? And the voices are just incredible. And this is the thing, whilst it might be amateur, it's incredibly professional. And I guess that's probably lends itself to the success and longevity of the company as well. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll play a song. We'll let our singers and our pianist catch their breath. Then we'll come back and talk some more about this production that is happening, and we'll perhaps hear another extract from it, if that's all right.
That'd be wonderful.
Super, thank you, Variety. And they're celebrating 60 years with their production of Pirates of the Penzance at Swan Theatre tomorrow until the 31st. Dress rehearsal tonight. How's it going, Mary?
It's going amazingly well, actually. We've got the very eminent conductor, Donald Hunt, OBE, who obviously everybody knows was the sort of choir master at the Worcester Cathedral, and he's renowned worldwide conductor. He's conducting this. He too is a Gilbert and Sullivan fan, and we're produced by Roberta Morell of D'Oyly Carte fame. She was a soloist at the D'Oyly Carte and produces productions all over the world. She's been flying to America and back in between our rehearsals. So that's the calibre of producer we've got.
World-class production. Forget this amateur nonsense. This is good stuff.
It is indeed. And you've already heard the calibre of our soloists. Many of the chorus could sing solos. All the soloists are of a very high standard indeed. One of our soloists, in fact, got into the D'Oyly Carte and sings professionally now.
Wow.
So come to Great Whitley and expect not an amateur production, but a professional production.
Good stuff. Now, most people are familiar with Pirates of Penzance, but for those who aren't, briefly, a brief synopsis, what's it about?
Well, the brief synopsis is that young Frederick was accidentally bequeathed to a load of pirates accidentally by his deaf nursery maid. He should have been apprenticed to some pilots, but he ended up with a horrible gang of pirates. And when he was his 21st birthday, he decided he was going to ditch that, but he found out that he was born in a leap year, and he was destined to stay with them until 1940, which was a long time hence. But in the meantime, he'd fallen in love with the lovely Mabel that we've heard singing, and the song they were singing was the fact that they were dedicating each other's love till he became of age in 1940. But all is a happy ending, as it always is with Gilbert and Sullivan, that it turned out that the pirates were actually peers in disguise, and they'd gone off the track tracks a little bit. And the Major General, who is the father of Mabel and many, many daughters, said that the pirates could marry the daughters.
Oh.
And all was happy ever
All's
after.
well that ends well. Fabulous. What are the costumes like in this then? Because we're going to get another taste of the sound of it. But are they kind of quite flamboyant and...
They are. The pirates' costumes especially are very, very colourful. We've got a Samuel in bright red and a pirate king, very sort of red locks and beads and lots of jewellery. And young Frederick has got a wonderful wig and all the maids, and Mabel's in bright pink, and all the daughters are very sort of beautifully clad. I think I look a bit like, because I've got a tiny little part,
Yes.
Lincoln, you'll miss me, but I look like a dairymaid, and we've got another one that looks like little Bo Peep. So they're very nice, very unusual. Come and see the unusual costumes.
Sounds lovely, really does. It is the Great Whitley Operatic Society, Pirates of Penzance, Swan Theatre, Worcester, tomorrow until the 31st. There's a matinee on Saturday as well, which is almost sold out, I gather.
It is so quickly. If you want to come to the matinee, get a ticket bought today.
If you want tickets, 01905 611 427. That's 01905 611 427. We're going to hear more now from Lindsay Squire and Mike Faulkner. They're the soloists, and Joy Reeves on keyboard. This track is called Here Is Love. Can you give us some context on this, Mary? What's happening in the performance when this song comes about?
Well, they've just dedicated themselves to each other. As I said, we thought Frederick was going to have to go back off to the pirates till it became officially 21. And this is their love duet when they've decided that they are going to stay together. Previously, we heard the lament, really, that
Yes.
they were going to have to be parted. And now they've decided that they're going to stay together come what may. And this is the happy one.
Well, let's hear the happy song, and the very best of luck to all of you. Break a leg. Pirates of Penzance, Swan Theatre, Worcester, tomorrow until the 31st. The Great Whitley Operatic Society, in your own time.
Oh, here is love, and here is truth, and here is forever joyous laughter. She will be faithful to her sooth, till we are wed, and even after. Oh, here is love, and here is truth. She will be faithful to her sooth, till we are wed, and even after. And even after. Oh, here is love, and here is truth, and here is food for joyous laughter. She will be faithful to her soul. She will be faithful to her soul, till we are wed, and even after. Even after. Oh, here is love, and here is truth. Oh, here is love, is love.
Oh, well, a round of applause, I think. The very best of luck. The Great Whitley Operatic Society. If you want to go see them, Pirates of Penzance, Swan Theatre, Worcester, tomorrow until the 31st. Thank you all so much. Cheers.